Today is July 10th, 2019, and I want to touch base on my radical body transformation, my radical whole life transformation, obviously. I'm still at this little weight plateau that I've been on for at least a week now, where my weight is 318 no matter what I do, unless it goes up a little bit to 318 and a half, and then comes back down. But you know, I just, for some reason, it's not upsetting me the way I would expect that to. Like, there's no chance of me just giving up and quitting the diet or stopping the exercise that I'm doing. One of the little old ladies in my health club locker room the other day, she was chatting with the other ladies and she said, "Oh, well, will we see you tomorrow?" And she said, "Oh yeah, this is my playground. I can't wait to come here every day." And I really feel the same way. That's actually a really nice gym. It's a very comfortable place to hang out all day. Like, they have Wi-Fi and it's very big and spacious, and the TVs are on, but it's still quiet. Okay, it's not like just a bunch of screaming noise. Like, I almost can't even stand to be in a laundromat because they always have like multiple TVs blaring on different channels. Like, that just makes me want to lose my shit. So this is absolutely the opposite of that, and yet there's plenty of TVs for all the TV watching people, you know what I mean? So it's really nice, and they have just so many different facilities that I'm starting to really enjoy. So today, Kyle has given me this weightlifting situation that I'm going to get started with. I'm going to have to locate where those machines are in the club and then kind of get a feel for how much weight I need on each one. Fortunately, I have all goddamn day to play with it. So, and I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be me losing my weightlifter virginity. Not exactly, but yeah, really kind of, because I never have done this kind of exercise before. I've done a few things. Like, I went to a gym orientation one time and they like had us do a few machines, but I didn't get it. You know, the fitness that I did in the past was all using my own body weight. Like, I was a hell of a runner as a kid. I would do what they call now parkour, running around Chicago, seeing how fast I can get up the steps to the L or whatever, that kind of thing. And then I did karate, which was more of like a CrossFit type workout. But I never have really understood the fun of lifting weights. I never did enjoy it, and I guess I didn't really understand it. So today I'm giving it a whole new chance. It's a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. So what I wanted to talk about, aside from the excitement of this new milestone where I'm gonna start doing my weights today, the other thing I'm going to talk about is just the non-scale victories, which I'm forced to really kind of count those because the scale is not cooperating with me. Before I get into the non-scale victories, I just want to say that with the scale telling me stuff that I don't believe is correct, like I know that my weight is coming down because I've lost another inch in my waist and another half inch in my arms in the past week. Okay, so this definitely, my body is definitely getting smaller. I can feel it. As I said in another video, I can feel when I'm walking down the street now, my knees don't hurt anymore. Like, I've lost enough weight that my knees are much better. My knees just are not painful. Like, they still have a poor range of motion, but I'm working on that too. See ya there, kiddo. So anyway, the thing about the non-scale victories, that's on the theme of my life, okay? Because I'm a survivor of my mother's bullshit where, you know, with her gaslighting, my mother's whole situation was to lie to me and insist that her version of her lies were the truth, and whatever I could see with my own eyes was wrong because I'm crazy. So that's a really common thing, but people, I don't know, it can be really hard to work your way out of. But now that I've become like a pro, a master, an expert at working my way through gaslighting and learning to trust myself and my own perceptions, I see that it's still an ongoing theme. It's still something that I have to keep working at. So when the scale is telling me that my weight is either staying the same or going up, as if all these changes that I've made have been not making any difference at all, I'm not being gaslighted by that. I'm not emotionally affected. I don't really feel any need to push back and prove it wrong. I mean, I did a little bit, but I kind of don't now, you know? I just feel like it helps me to notice my non-scale victories much, much more. So that's actually the first two big points that I have here on my little bullet. And you see, I'm very fancy and official. I took a piece of scratch paper and I made bullet lists. But emotional resilience and clarity of thought are the big two. I mean, I may seem like a scatterbrain and a ding dong, but you should have seen me when I was eating carbs. Holy shit. So the emotional resilience thing, I don't think I've ever felt this emotionally stable. First of all, I get tons of sleep. I sleep every time I want to. So yeah, I'm grateful for being disabled today because I get a disability check that's enough for me to live on if I'm careful. And I have all the time that I need to take care of myself and rehabilitate myself from my injuries, which involves spending 2 or 3, 4 hours a day in the gym every day. That's fine. I have the time because I don't have to work that much anymore. And I do still have to work because it's not quite enough to live on, especially not if I'm paying a personal trainer and buying protein sludge and stuff like that. So, but my clarity of thought is so much better. See how I didn't just lose my train of thought there a second ago? That's magic. That's goddamn magic for me. This is the girl who gets up and walks into the kitchen and forgot why I went in there, okay? And so I just come back and sit back down. And then remember, oh yeah, I'm out of water. So anyway, those 2 points alone are worth their weight in gold. Like just the clarity and the focus. And as I mentioned in another video too, like it's easier for me to get up and down from my chair now. So like literally every time I stand up from my chair or my walker, I notice that I've lost weight. So aside from the emotional resilience, the clarity, the smaller inch around my waist and around my arm, I used to get Charlie horses in my stomach. Holy shit. I didn't even know that was possible until it started happening. Like I would bend over to get something that I dropped on the floor and like, oh, when I tried to get back up, like right under my rib cage, it was just a Charlie horse. Like that is a terrible thing because really all you can do is kind of jam the heel of your hand into it and try to breathe and like try to stretch it a little bit, but it's hell on wheels and it wants to seize back up really bad. And that has not happened to me in a little while. Another similar thing to that is that sometimes like after I would be sitting for a while, just sitting in my chair working on the computer, my liver would start to ache. It would almost start to feel like my rib cage was poking into my liver in a painful way. And I would have to kind of move and lay down and rest for a little while for it to feel better. But that might have also just been from the extreme stupid number of carbs I was eating every day that my liver couldn't possibly process. Like that maybe was the feeling of fat coming into my liver. I don't know. And then also, this is kind of a weird thing, but I have for quite a while had a problem with a really bad postnasal drip while I sleep. Like I wake up because I have a giant lump of crud in the back of my throat. That has not been happening anywhere near as much lately. Like I used to have to get up and like clear my throat. I actually have to take water into my throat and see if I could break it up a little bit so that I could spit it out. It was like so thick and viscous that I couldn't even just spit it out. I had to like break it up first and then hock it out. And I have not had to do that in a little while. I still have it a little bit, but nowhere near as bad. So just these few random little weird health things clearing up on their own, magical. Just to not have gotten a Charlie horse in my stomach in the last 3 weeks has been amazing. So, and then the emotional resilience aspect of it. Look, man, 4th of July, we had both an earthquake and they pulled a dead baby out of the apartment on the corner. Okay, and that is actually being worked as a homicide, thank God, because that was nothing okay about that. And yeah, so I as horrible as that has been, you know, like the 4-year-old saw the dead baby and we had to like lie to her that the baby's just at the hospital. And then like even at nighttime, I'm not hearing that baby cry anymore, and it's heart-wrenching because that little baby was crying all night the way little teeny babies that size do. So, but it's not knocking me all the way off my game. It does not have me bent out of shape psychologically like that stuff used to do. Like when Trayvon Martin was killed, I almost couldn't leave my house for a couple weeks. You know what I mean? Like I just wanted to curl up and die. And having this little baby killed, like just not 50 feet from me, oh my God. So, but I wish I just had known all I had to do was just give up carbs, and then I would be so mellowed out. Like everything would just be perfect. So that's my little happy smappy update for today. I will take videos when I get to the gym after my therapy appointment, because I'm going to start doing weightlifting and I'm going to be super impressive with it. I'm so sure. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe.